Which are the best rules for arm wrestling, Jans?
Which helps me to win.
Exactly. So today we're going to take a look at the rule differences in arm wrestling. Because if you don't know, there are quite a few different promotions, federations, and quite a few different rule sets. Because sometimes you will see a match and you think like, why did it end? And sometimes you saw the same thing happen in some other match and it's not ending. So what's the difference? And today we're going to look at that difference. We kind of divided everything between strict, semi-strict, and loose rules of arm wrestling. In this, let's start with strict session. Strict is pretty much WF, World Arm Wrestling Federation general rules that are used by most federations in arm wrestling, in world national federations. And it's implemented. Pretty much similar rules are PAL.
Is there any difference between WAF and PAL?
I don't know. Maybe on a paper, but it looks pretty similar. But so WAF is using these rules only in a tournament setting. It's only used on tournaments because WAF doesn't do real super matches at any point. Maybe back in the day, but now it's just European, world, and national championships. PAL are using it in Zloty tours, in tournaments, in super matches, so they're using the same rule set for both of these things.
Generally, almost in every national championship in Europe, in all big tournaments in Europe.
Yeah, it's WF.
We see WAF rules.
WAF rules.
Yeah, strict WAF rules is.
Yeah. So what does that mean? It pretty much means the strictest way possible. So if my elbow comes off the pad, it's a foul. If I lift it up, it's a foul. We're in a referee's grip and we start doing this, we can get fouled out. You don't even pull. You just in referee's grip and smallest movement in a wrist, smallest movement with a body, with the arm. It's foul. And the question is like, because it's so bad for the viewer, why do we need it? We need it because, like, right here under WAF rules, we're competing for continental, national, or world championships. So imagine if, let's take some other sport, basketball, and you're playing and every time you step over the three-point line and they keep counting the threes. You step over the line, they keep counting the threes. That's the same thing.
Yeah, it's generally to make sport as fair as
professional
as possible. So no any small. It's still possible some cheating and trying, and you still can try to take some advantage. But so referee try to put everything as strict and fair as possible.
Yeah, that is the main difference because we want to know who is the best.
Is it the best?
Depends on what you want. Like I like them. You like them? You like both rules?
Yeah, I like my elbow jumping every start and so.
You know, it comes to that, like to figure out who is the best in equal settings and strict rules. I think this is the best format. Super matches, we go a little bit more to semi-loose and loose. Semi-loose, I would say, is arm wars. Because you have implemented running foul system and they are still pretty strict. They will stop the match, they will give the win, or all those things. And then you go to loose rules, which were WL rules. I remember the first few years of WL, everyone's like, what's going on here? Because elbows were all over the place, matches didn't get stopped, but it was great for the viewers.
That's the thing. What's the difference?
Yeah.
If you want just to find out which one is world champion, national champion, you put those strict rules. You don't care about any who is watching. You just that's it.
Let's
you are a
figure
winner.
out who is the best.
If you want two athletes and you want really see them in a fight, you want to see them in some good positions. You want to make people more attractive for people the sport.
Yeah.
So
that's
fall movement.
Yeah.
Lose.
Yeah.
That's it. And
that's it. And like everyone who goes to WF Worlds, European, we know it. And no one's like, they know what you did. You know what you did. You're like, sometimes like there was really a foul, or maybe the other guy fouled and they didn't see it. And they, like this year, there was so many protests. Like at one point, 5 tables were stopped and they're doing protests just to check, because it's so important. It's important, like any other sport. So when you see a tournament, you need to understand what kind of tournament it is. Are they just some guys arm wrestling in the local gym, you know, or it's a super match where, you know, both guys really want to arm wrestle, they don't care about the fouls or anything else.
But I absolutely understand, for example, Bart, when he's a referee in a wall, and he's good referee, but his task is to start a fight between Devon and Michael Todd, and they both are pulling and pressing and climbing before start, and his task is to start the fight. And really not like when one is winning because of some elbow falls or some movement in referees, but because of who is the strongest one in those fights. And you have to be somewhere between this.
You have to be in the middle. So the big thing right now, and everyone's talking about this, is in WL they had a rule where after 30 seconds you go to the straps, you know, and you start, you know, basically all the time in a
generally
grip.
if you want the straps, just don't start a fight for 30 seconds. You can even take a grip like.
Yeah, you're just like
okay. You know, I'm just moving and 30 seconds.
In WF, if I would do this and Giannis would do that, he would get warning.
Because I'm running away of fight. I'm not. I have to try. If really it's a situation when no one can climb and it's still
we kind of still fighting. And they're like, okay, stop. Let's do a referee's.
But if you clearly see that one of fighters is running away of fight.
And the problem with super match style is because they want to have a match, they don't want to punish the athletes. So like referee's grip really doesn't work if you don't want to foul someone out. If you want to figure out who is the best, you know, then you need this. Because if I keep moving and you still let me go, I kind of cheated my way to a match, you know. So
what about running elbow fouls?
Running elbow fouls. So it's an interesting issue. I kind of like it and I kind of don't, because it comes down to, again, the hero of everything is referee.
Exactly.
It comes down to referee. If referee sees that, you know, I lift my elbow but I put it down and I keep arm wrestling, it's fine. But if I keep, you know, pulling it over or not putting it back on the elbow pad, that, you know, that's a huge disadvantage to the other guy. And this is where referee needs to step in, show his authority.
Any rules are fine while you have a good quality referee who understands the sport and who can see a difference. Because running fall, it's for a spectator, the one who is watching, it's great because you don't have like deep inside good hook fight and it's not smallest foul and you stop the fight. But the difference is in a running foul, someone for example.
Hop, comes over.
And it's still running foul, and I'm opening wrist.
Here.
I'm back here, it's running foul. Again, I'm working, and I'm getting an advantage. I'm burning my opponent's wrist, and sometimes, okay, I even lost maybe first fight because of fouls, but that's it. My opponent is done. Your wrist, done. Because I'm pulled here, and sometimes even I can. If I'm about your top roller, I'm getting inside. I can even jump here, get inside, and we are still fighting. I have running fall, okay, but we are still fighting, and you have to fight, and it's sometimes strange. That's the difference. If it's really small foul and it's not giving you any advantage, that's fine. And if it's
that's when the referee needs to, like, that was a huge foul.
It's not a difference, huge, small, but it's no. It gives you advantage in a fight.
Way bigger advantage. I think there are no such thing as micro fouls. When someone says like the micro foul, you know, if we're in a hook and I'm moving like this and I just lifted my elbow because I was trying to gain advantage, because I was trying to move to a better position. So I don't see it like there's micro fouls. Every foul is a foul, and I have an idea.
If it gives you clear advantage.
So in a super match format, if they want to take away the fouls, what they should do is give money, like if you know there's some prize money, let's say 5,000 for each round won out of 5. But if you win on fouls, you don't get any money for that round. No, if you lose on fouls, like that.
You put $100 on their elbow, and if you can pull them out, that's it.
That's it.
Take your money. You lift your elbow.
Because right, like there should be pressure. You will see sometimes guys fouling out in the final matches in WAF Worlds because you're gonna try everything. You're gonna hit before ready. You will take those warnings. Referee's grip. You're gonna take that elbow foul. You will try to do everything to win. you know.
We can say WAF or PAL is more strict. There are no cheating. Still, even with those strict rules, you can still find some advantage in the rules. For example, I'm in bad position. I lift my elbow up. I have fall. It's a rematch. I can try to get in better position. Or in arm wars, I'm in bad position. I lift my elbow. It's running fall. It's still fighting.
You have to win, and you have to win.
I have to win. So I don't have a chance to run away from bad position. Also in WAF, with all warnings, I have two warnings.
You can try hit 4 times before they give you a referee's grip, because in referee's grip that only 2 times you can do that before. So 4 times you.
So there is still chance for you to find some advantage if you understand.
I think every rule will give that. Every set of rules will give that. I think what we are doing right now with super matches and running fouls, I think that is okay. But of course in the tournaments, I don't think like running foul system would work. I think it would be way harder. It would change the arm wrestling completely. But maybe something, I think who said it? Ryan said it. Professional fouls. So if you're here and you lift your elbow up by trying to escape, well, you just lost.
In the WAF rules, if you are in losing position, so more than 45 degrees over center, and you lift up elbow, it's a foul in losing position, and that's it. You're done. Where it all ends. Referee. Good quality referee who understands sport. Who understands arm wrestling, not only only knows rules, but
understands. If pulls me here and I try to escape like this, and like the pad is here, but my arm doesn't touch it, breaks it here. It's like 45 degrees, and I have seen where this guy will lose. But he took the hand.
There's a big difference. I have hand control, and you are really escaping from losing position. And the difference, you have control, and I'm just maybe pressed you a little bit over center, and that's the difference. So referee have to understand it.
Referee is the main guy here. It's all on him. Everyone makes mistakes. It's completely understandable, and I think arm wrestling is evolving and trying to be better. We're doing better than we were 10 years ago, in my opinion. So now, like in WAF, we can watch video replay to figure out that someone really had the advantage or didn't have the advantage, because referees are still humans. Everyone is still human, and the rule set it really depends on what you like. If I want to figure out who is the best guy in the world, I really like WAF rules. If I want to pull in tournament, I like the running foul system. I think it's fun.
It is.
So give us your thoughts.
And train your referees.
Train your referees, Stay strong.
And love arm wrestling.